back, and we have to create opportunities for others to thrive.
I totally agree. And you know what's interesting? I like on Jonathan's website, he talks about the fact that it doesn't matter, like don't think of his place as just high-end scale, right? That you also, just if you wanted a gift, come into your shop.
We have, the price range goes from about $8 to 30,000. Our clientele goes from people who are on social assistance, who have come in and bought mugs on layaway, to multimillionaires who come in and drop.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That there's this misconception about art and
Do you know, I think that the important thing, we have people that come in and they'll say, oh, you know, I come in but I can't really afford anything. I said, you can't think about it like that. I said, looking is free, but why don't you think that what you're really doing is checking out what's there, and then when you go out, talk about us.
Right.
So, you know, word of mouth works really, really well, and it's that giving people a voice. And, you know, for the gallery to succeed, we don't have a huge advertising budget.
Right.
So people who come in and talk about us, they add to our voice.
Well, I agree with that, because I've heard so many people talk about your shop. So if the local people haven't recognized in terms of media enough, definitely the people who walk in your shop talk about your place. I can't tell you how many people have told me about your beautiful shop.
Thank you.
And so I say, the way to experience your shop is like you said. I love what you said. Just come in, enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
Enjoy it. But isn't that what it's all about?
That's what art is all about. That's what people are all about. We have to enjoy one another. There's so much negativity going on in the world. You know, listening to the lady that was in the segment before me, back in June, I was at the Arts Project for the remembering the Aboriginal women and the artist, you know, Sean Cochie, who participated in that. It was an extraordinarily moving moment, and people are still talking about it. And you know, getting people to talk about things is how we really progress.
That's right. And people and art and conversation are the things that bring this to the people, right? Like what we do at Rogers.
Right.
Right. And that's why it's so important. You've got to be able to communicate your passion. And I think that's one of the things that you excel at.
Well, you also need to have people support your passion. Yes. You need to get them as excited as you are.
And we recently, not long ago, had Steve Martin, the famous Steve Martin here in town, who's a huge art fiend.
Yes, I've read his books.
Yes, yeah. So we need to get him to come see you and get one of those.
I think you should, definitely.
Well, that's where our aim is. Thank you so much, Jonathan.
My pleasure.
I really enjoyed this. We'll be back in a moment.
You're watching Dish with Donald, only on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to Dish with Donald. Oh my goodness, I just said hello and I have to say goodbye again. You're leaving, I can't believe it, but
I know.
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
It is such sweet sorrow, and I'm glad that you'd said earlier that I made you love men again.
Yes, that's right. I mean, I have hated men for a long time, but I mean, I'm starting to love them again. And you've been great.
It's great. Maybe it is time to go.
No, it's not. But You know what? I have a question for you. I want to know, what were your favorite memories of London? What are you taking with you?
What am I taking with me? This is London is obviously so special to me, being born and raised here. And more, I guess, on the serious note is when I was born here in London at Children's Hospital, it was 1980. I'm actually in the Canadian medical history books.
You're kidding.
As the first baby to live from the surgery I had the day I was born.
Wow.
Basically, long story short, I was a TEF baby, and basically if I were to swallow anything, it would have went in my lungs and not my stomach. So they had to cut me open. I had a big scar on my back, put in like a trachea piece, and fix everything. And if it wasn't, for the people at Children's Hospital here in London, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have such great friends, family, the opportunities I've had. And even though every time I get a sore throat, I get worried because what made sense in 1980 to put in somebody's fake trachea, who knows what's in there? They could have just cut up a green garden hose and put it in there.
Dish is all about me. I'm just glad you survived so you could co-host with me. But anyway, enough of Debbie Downer.
Hey-o.
Debbie Downer, hello.
Yeah, Debbie Downer,
No.
yeah.
Tell us some happy memories of London.
I would say a happy memory is the first we talked earlier, I've been doing stand-up for 9 years, and the first time I ever did stand-up was here in London at Yuck Yucks when it was on Wellington there, and getting up on stage and telling my first ever joke on stage and having a big uproarious laughter, because I think it was about 200 of my friends and family humoring me, but that will always be a great memory for me as well, of doing stand-up the first time ever on the stage here in London, and making a career out of it, basically.
Well, what I find, when I met you, remember I told you that I had seen some of your shows, and I was like, I don't think you're well enough known. I have to make you a household name, and I'm just starting to, and you leave again. Right?
Well, I'm going to a smaller city of 50,000 people, so hopefully it'll be a big fish, small pond.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be.
Especially when you come out to visit.
I will. Next month. Well, the good thing about saying goodbye is that I have to say hello to another. Yeah,
say hello.
And next month, enough singing. Next month I have another guest co-host. She's a director and actress, and she's won a lot of awards. I've known her for 20 years. She's a blast. She's hysterical.
She sounds amazing.
She is. That's the one thing about doing Dish with Donald, is getting to, meet new people and
very eclectic.
Yes.
The whole show is about eclectic.
It is.
Tastes and demographics.
Well, because that's the thing. When you dish, you don't want to know. You want to be predictable, right?
No,
that's
you do
the
not.
thing. And you can predict what our guest would say this week, could you?
Yeah, I could. A little bit, but no, they were absolutely fabulous. It's been a great experience here, and I know the show's just going to keep getting better and better. So
I know.
Even without me.
We couldn't do it without Rogers. Rogers is the reason why we can dish, right?
That's true.
Now, are you going to take some of this out west with you,
Oh yeah, it's going to be called Dish with Dave on the local
Hey, it's copyrighted.
network out there. It's copyrighted.
No, but I mean, I think that it's going to be interesting for you to work with a whole new territory, new people, right?
Yeah, lots of new people to meet and interact with. It's going to be exciting. I look forward to the challenge. I get along well with people of all ages and everything. Lots of different demographics, and it'll be a great experience.
Well, that's wonderful. I really have enjoyed getting to know you, and
You too.
I'm sorry to say goodbye, but I really thank you for joining us.
Hey, anytime.
It's been wonderful dishing with you. Join us next month for another dish. Bye now.